Didn't know you were going to get tire talk on a mattress podcast. You thought you would get tired talk, but not tire talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sitting with Superheroes. My name is Mattman, Sir Capes-a-Lot. I'm the Comfortable Cape Crusader, and I teach and preach the game plan for better sleep. And it is my duty to fight the things that keep you up at night.
Duty.
I'm the OG sleep superhero. I even got a cape. Woo! I'm part of the Sweet Dreams Mattress and Furniture Dream Team of Lake Norman. We're just north of Charlotte, and we kick butt. We've got your game plan for better sleep and comfy home furnishings. I'm also part of the FAM crew, fam.news. It's furniture, appliance, and mattress industry information, intelligence, great marketing ideas, and ways for you to stand out in your local market as an independent retailer. So go to fam.news if you're just looking for really cool people to inspire you to achieve greatness where you live. Today, I am sitting with a superhero. His name is Zach.
Hello.
Zach!
Yes.
I'm not going to Zach Attack. That's
what my crossing guard used to call me.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Zach, how you doing today? Is everything all right?
Everything is fine. You said that in a way as if... Yeah.
It's gonna sleep all right.
Rockabye. That's what he says in that, right?
Sleep all night. Okay, I digress.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, Zach, I know you're out there on the internet, and I don't know if you have a post right now. And you know what? We were doing something different. We were going to talk about something.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about some records being broken. Not being broken, actually.
Correct.
Not being attempted. Attempted by some, maybe.
So this is the importance of sleep. How important, it's unequivocally the most important thing that you can do is get your regular good night's rest.
I'd say it's a top 10, makes the top 10 list.
So if you're going to take
eating,
diet, exercise, and
sleeping,
sleep is a pillar, is not the pillar, is the foundation, is the bedrock. And diet and exercise are right here. And the proof in the pudding.
Is that why they call it a bedrock?
I hear bedrock a lot. I think it's just because that's
where you put your bed on. It's a rock you sleep on.
Yeah, basically. I mean, do you sleep like a rock? Sorry. Okay, so I had recently read Why We Sleep.
Cringe.
By Matthew Walker, and I remember...
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And because I messaged
I've never heard you bring this book up before.
Okay, fine. Well, so I fake read this, and I put it under my pillow at night, and osmosis moved the information into my brain. But what
it's like the tooth fairy.
The one thing that Matthew Walker was trying to prove, as far as how important sleep is he mentioned that the Guinness Book of World Record will not consider anybody to stay up, the person to stay up the longest.
Yeah.
Not sleep for a long period of time. They won't do that record. In fact, years ago they scrubbed any attempts at doing that. And I think the record at the time before they figured it out was 11 days
of not sleeping.
Correct. But then they ripped it because it's so damaging to the brain to do it that you don't really come back.
Yeah.
So they don't even consider.
Right.
They will not consider what you staying up late or staying up for a period of time as a Guinness Book of World Record.
But you can grow your fingernails out really, really long.
Yeah,
you seen that guy?
Well, how many hot dogs can you eat in one sitting?
Yeah.
Or how long can you hold a plank? Or diet and exercise.
Or how long can you hold your breath?
Diet and exercise.
They let you do that
underwater. Yeah, the most dangerous. But not sleep. But not awake.
That's like free diving.
Not awake.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, but not awake. That's nuts.
Yeah.
The most dangerous Guinness Book of World Records. Top 10 most dangerous ones. So Here we go.
I want to hear.
Are you ready? Man, I wish I could do a drum roll.
I can do that.
Thanks. That's super. It reminds me of what's that?
Spanish class.
It's not Spanish class.
French class. German.
It's the movie.
The movie. Spanglish.
Oldest wing walker. Wing walking, fairly self-explanatory extreme sport.
Doesn't
so
sound
the oldest
self-explanatory.
person wing walking on a plane.
What is wing? Oh,
wing walking.
Walking on the plane of a wing.
At the age of 80, Lackney went on to break the record as the oldest person to pull off the daring feat multiple times.
Like on a World War II plane where it has like the two.
Yeah.
With like the crossbars going across it.
He's 93.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think you're hooking yourself on. I think you're walking on a plane up in the sky.
Yeah, but not like a jet.
No. Like a bi plane or two. Yeah, old school.
Like Snoopy.
Oh my gosh, most spears caught from a spear gun underwater in 1 minute, which is thrill seeker Ashrita Furman, no stranger to pulling off unbelievable accomplishments. They have 200 world records from the Guinness Book of World Records.
So shoot a spear gun at me.
Yeah.
And I'll catch it.
14 spears were fired at Furman, and he caught them.
And then the last one killed him.
Yeah.
And then
the record is 60 seconds. Because at 60
the record would have been 15.
One
but
got through.
Yeah.
Oh.
R.I.P.
I'm going to skip number 8. It's not good.
Most cocaine done.
No.
Keith Richards.
It's kind of loaded. But number 7, highest pool dive. So you can break your neck.
Yeah.
Like, this is obviously just jumping in 200-foot high mountain ridge.
Is this into like a baby pool too? You know how people do that?
Into a glass of water.
Yeah.
No, but this guy did a 177-foot dive, which is very telling that it's not like a meter dive, because this was done in Switzerland.
Yeah.
A French guy in the Alps did a 177-foot dive. So like, why didn't they put that into meters if it was done
by a French guy in Europe?
In Europe.
Yeah.
Well, heaviest car balanced on the head. A car balanced on your freaking head. 33 seconds.
And then their neck snapped at 34. I just assume all these people are dead.
Right. Oh, and you want to talk about how dangerous. Highest recorded blood alcohol level is number 5. That's the most dangerous
They
one.
put that on there?
Yes,
that seems really dangerous.
Dude, 67-year-old Bulgarian man was rushed to the hospital with a .914. Wow.
0.91.
At least they rushed him to a hospital and he didn't drive himself.
That means what, like 9% of his blood was alcohol? That's insane.
But that one's the one that's on the record. But it says that 2 people in Poland have actually had 1% BACs. That's number 5. Number 4, motorcycle bus jumps. So pulling off a daring motorcycle bus jump has been a classic stuntman for decades, the Evel Knievel. Bubba Blackwell decided to ante up the ante, 15 buses in 1999 on a motorcycle. Number 3, highest free fall parachute jump, 127,000 feet. So you got to get on a helium balloon to float up into the upper atmosphere. You're going to upper atmo, if I'm being like super sci-fi, and just jumping off, like terrifying. Number 2, most motorcycles driven over the body while lying on a bed of nails.
Oh, snap.
Oh my God, the nails!
We could do that here.
Oh. For all of you that don't know, sometimes when Zach and I are just spitballing on ideas, he was just like, you really need to get a bed of nails.
I think for the store, yeah.
Like, for the person who says this mattress is so not firm enough, and like it's like rock hard, he's just like, get a bed of nails. Like, just
like, here, I got the bed for you.
But here's a guy who allowed 20 motorcycles
to run over him.
But the record is 20, because on 21
he died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Went right through.
Holy cow.
It's just crazy. Well, let's get to number 1 first. What's number 1? That was number 2, right?
Yeah. Number 1 is most live rattlesnakes held in your mouth for 10 seconds.
That one doesn't seem as dangerous.
Oh, I think you have a live rattlesnake and you're just like holding it in your mouth and it's not freaking biting you. But you have about an.
I don't know.
Don't quote me on this, but you have a very limited amount of time to get an antivenom. Otherwise, you die. Like rattlesnake bites, bad.
I almost wondered.
Expensive, bad.
I can't imagine that they would do the blood alcohol content one if there wasn't like a specific way. Like if you just weren't tested for it at a hospital.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're going out there and searching for like people who can just like down a ton of alcohol and then they check their BAC. Like if you just went to the hospital, if hospitals stopped testing people's BAC when they came in for like alcohol poisoning, I don't think there'd be a record. I don't think Guinness is going out there.
That one might, this is off of a pretty quick search on the most dangerous. I haven't actually looked at.
I can't assume that that's one that they're like really gung ho about, like people beating. That's the only one that stands out to me as kind of
but I mean
in the same realm as like the sleep thing, right?
So like, but the danger level of any of them are like driving over.
They're super dangerous.
Yeah, having cars or motorcycles drive over you. The parachuting out of the sky was actually the one that Matthew Walker.
That's the Red Bull guy, right?
This is the one I osmosisly learned about from this book, and that's the one he quoted. But then you can do any of that stuff. You go almost die. You go almost break every single bone in your body, or get bit by a deadly, poisonous, venomous asp or whatever.
Yeah.
But don't stay up. We are not considering staying up for an extended period of time a world record at all.
Yeah.
Nuts. They know how damaging it is. Whoever was doing the Guinness Book of World Record, and that was what the guy was going for, saw the aftermath of that one human that tried and failed. It was just like never again.
Yeah.
Like hard no.
That's crazy.
Could you imagine being that guy?
Getting your record scrubbed?
Well, that sucks for the person that tried and failed, or tried and made it, but then basically,
the Lance Armstrong of sleep.
The interesting thing from why we sleep is that Matthew Walker points out is when you do sleep deprivation to that extent, they don't actually know exactly what happens.
Yeah.
Like why you die, but you're gonna die. And there's actually this scary thing that can happen with a gene that you have. Now it's extraordinarily rare, so the odds you have it are very low. But it happened to this one guy where it just turned on, and when it turned on, he could no longer sleep. You cannot be sedated into sleep. And about 9 months later, he's gone.
Yeah.
So their best guess, based off of what they were doing unethically to lab rats, was that your body inside starts decomposing because it's not doing things that it needs in order to maintain cellular structure and integrity. And that's it. You just start breaking down. The process of sleep sustains all of functions in your body.
What's the longest that you've ever stayed up? Like when you were a kid, did you ever stay up for like 24 hours or anything like that?
No. I've done at least an overnight. I've probably stayed up for maybe like 35-ish hours before, because I was a gamer.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, I did
rating and doing 24 man's kind of thing.
Right.
So it happened.
I stayed up for, I think it was 48 or 36. We did a dance marathon. You familiar?
No.
Oh, so dance marathon's like a charity for generally it's put on by colleges. So I did it when I was in college, my undergrad. And it's like it's a 36-hour dance marathon. They're playing music. You're on your feet the whole time. And it's just like you're raising money for this was up in Ohio, and they raised money for the Children's Hospital in Toledo, I think. But I remember being done with that and going back to my dorm and trying to fall asleep was like scary, because I was like convinced. I was like I can't fall asleep, because if I fall asleep, like I'm gonna die. Like that's what I thought after being up for 48 hours straight. Like I was so exhausted, and so I was like okay at the event because there was a lot going on, and they do a lot of stuff and a lot of If you do certain things too, like if you fundraise certain money, you would get like little breaks here and there. But unfortunately, like I didn't really fundraise that much money, so I was just there for 48 hours.
You gotta suffer.
Yeah, I didn't take advantage of any of the incentives. So, but yeah, I was like okay there. I was obviously really, really tired. But then when I came home, it was crazy. Like I thought I can't go to sleep because if I go to sleep, like I won't wake back up.
You know, I think about when I'm running the amount of energy my body has and like how close am I if I run for a few miles to being out, like zero.
Yeah.
And that to me sounds like you were close. Like that sound to me, the way you phrase that sounds like shoot, like ooh.
It's like you just have these irrational thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I was laying there trying to fall asleep and it felt like it was really hard to get to sleep, and my body was just like twitching and stuff like that, like keeping me awake in a way, you know.
Well, it depends because
like,
your circadian rhythm's weird. It kind of sets where your body goes. And so like if you know, a normal day, if you started at the beginning of your normal day, great. But I do like this sine wave when I do this because you skipped going to sleep mode, you stayed awake again, and you already missed going to sleep mode the second time. And so then maybe it stopped when you were actually supposed to wake up on that third day. So
yeah,
it would be hard to fall asleep because your circadian rhythm still clicking at the same speed it was a few days ago is swinging back up like, oh, you're supposed to go into wake mode, but I just stayed up. So the timing of that could be perilous and hilariously bad.
Yeah.
For a good cause.
Oh, no, and it was really fun, but it's just I mean that's the longest I've ever stayed up.
That would be, yeah. I haven't seen anything like that. Do they still do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my gosh.
If you just look up dance marathon, it's a pretty common thing. I think Bowling Greens was one of the longest, though. A lot of places will do 18 hours, 12 hours, stuff like that, right? Maybe an overnight deal where they like lock you into like a lock-in type situation. And so like you stay there overnight raising money. But Bowling Greens I think it was 36 hours. I mean, we were there for a long time.
I don't think I've ever done 48. Because I can't in my like, thank God.
I did 24 when we went to Ireland, and I just read this whole thing about how, so we landed in Ireland, and I was probably up for about 16 hours at that point, because I tried to sleep on the plane, but I just can't. Like, I struggle so hard. And then we had to drive 2 hours to where we were going, and I think by the time like we got the rental car and got where we were going, I easily was hitting like 20 or 24. And I look back on that and I'm like, that was so like stupid dangerous to be driving and being like that. No, I didn't feel that tired, but looking back on it, I know I was. Like, it was just kind of like when you're in that moment and you're just like, I need to get to where I'm getting. I have to do this thing. You're kind of just like tunnel visioned on that, you know. But then you look back and you go, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, because the science there is micro sleeps. Like you will check out.
Yeah.
For like a hot minute, and then if something requires a reaction, your brain has to come back online, and then you react. So you're like 4 seconds behind. But you know, and then obviously you're just gonna fly right by the Guinness factory. You're not even gonna see the brewery.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, dang.
We went on the way back.
Oh, great.
We did stop. Yeah.
Okay.
That place was cool.
I had never been, but it's a life goal.
They don't have a world record section though. Not that I saw.
What?
Guinness.
Oh.
Because isn't it the same company, or am I wrong?
Well, I feel
maybe
like
it's a different branch now.
I feel like if it was
gone out on
Guinness
its own
beer, they would have done the things in meters.
Well,
so it's got to be a
fair.
different brand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought it was the same thing, but maybe it's branched out on its own.
I'll have to check into that.
It's like Michelin stars. You know, that's the tire company, right?
Michelin tire.
Yeah. But the Michelin stars for restaurants, it's the same as the tire company.
Really?
Yeah, because
what does rubber have to do with food?
Because they used to put together travel guides in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. They would put together travel guides that would be like, here's all the best you going to Zurich, you're going to wherever in Europe. Here's the travel guide. Here's the roads you need to take. Here's the restaurants you should stop along the way, the hotels, yada, 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 right? So, yeah, the Michelin star is still associated with and owned by Michelin Tire Company.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. Little fun fact for y'all out there.
Bing.
Didn't know you were going to get tire talk on a mattress podcast. You thought you would get tired talk, but not tire talk.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well, hey, thanks for joining us today. We're really just talking about the importance of sleep, because sleep is the most important when it comes to diet, exercise, and sleep, the pillars of health. Sleep is the bedrock. It's the foundation. It's not an added value. It's a multiplier for you nerds out there that like to roll dice. But yeah, so hopefully, you can focus on your own sleep. And if you do need help setting up a game plan for sleep, tap me in. I'm your personal superhero sleep coach. My name's Mattman. You can reach me at 704-706-2436. You can also check us out on fam.news and thesleepsuperhero.com. That's where all the sleep superhero stuff goes. I do a bunch of reading and this, and I answer questions, and we just try to help people sleep better at night.
It's important. 1/3 of your life.
1/3 of your life if you're lucky.
Do you like that statistic or no? I know we're wrapping up.
I mean, 8, 16, 24, literally you're supposed to sleep 8 hours a night. That's 1/3 of your life.
Yeah.
But it would extend your awake time. So 8 hours a day doesn't guarantee the same third. It would be a larger, like if you were to take a piece of pizza and break it up into thirds. Yes, this third is your sleep. But when you get more sleep, look at what happens to the pizza. It gets bigger. So are you getting a medium-sized pizza, or are you getting an extra large pizza?
Oh.
So I always want the biggest slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Period. So
I'm
ordering an XL by making sure I get 8 hours of
sleep.
Get
that XL pizza sleep.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm gonna definitely do some marketing based off of a larger pizza pie.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That makes me hungry. It's time for lunch.
Oh, absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time on Sitting with Superheroes.
Chowdy.